I had a brother who served in the service as well. He was a swift boat commander serving in the narrow waterways of Vietnam. In 1985, he was diagnosed with 2 forms of cancer, lymphoma, and he died in 1988, a victim of Agent Orange exposure. I found that when tragedy hits a family, there's 2 ways you can react. One is to convert that into positive energy and do something constructive, and the other is to allow it to convert into negative energy and consume you. In my father's case, it was the former. He threw himself into the Agent Orange issue and started fighting for benefits for our veterans. In my case, it was the latter, and I basically became very angry about the war and the enemy we had fought there. In 1994, my father was given an opportunity to return to Vietnam to meet with the president of the country to see if he could get him to agree to do a joint study on Agent Orange, and he asked me if I wanted to go with him. I initially was reluctant to do so, but did. We were there for a week, and as we were meeting with these Vietnamese officials, I found the anger welling up inside me. On the 3rd day, I had a private meeting with a major general in the Vietnamese Army. He was a medical doctor, and he began the meeting by extending his condolences for the loss of my brother. And as we talked about the war and its impact, I noticed he became a little teary-eyed, and I later learned that he too had lost a brother in the war. And when he shared that with me, it was kind of like a light went on, and I asked myself, was the loss of a loved one any less significant just because it occurred on the other side of the battlefield? And the answer was obviously no. It was something that was devastating to both of us. And that kind of turned me around on my perception of the enemy.